Hello, beautiful souls. I'm here once again to offer the sound of love, which is channeling. Today the channeling is going to be from the Elohim, and they've given me a hint of what they want to bring through, but I'll just let that flow as it comes through. And then I will be offering light language to help us to integrate everything that the Elohim have brought through in their channeling. So if you're new to this channel, I am meeting the needs of the day with these sound of love recordings. So I call in the masters and the beings of light and ask them to meet whatever they feel is in service to our highest good in the moment in time when you're hearing this. And then I bring through light language to help us integrate. And the light language helps to move any resistance out of our field, out of our physical bodies, and then allow the integration of the wisdom that's coming through. So thank you for being present, and thank you to everyone who subscribes and comments. I really appreciate that support. So I'll just bring through the Elohim now and see what they have to share with us today. And so it is, beloved masters of the light. We stand before you who are incarnate on the earth at this time. And we wish for you to know, beloveds, that there is so much happening behind the scenes, so much happening with your own personal evolution, with the wisdom of your higher self, that for many is hidden from the day-to-day consciousness of your existence. And we would like you, beloveds, to become more aware of the significance of your presence on the planet at this time. For indeed, everyone who is here came here with a divine purpose at this time of the evolution of humanity, at this time of the great cycle that is beginning as you step into what is defined as the golden age. For you see, beloveds, you are at an elliptical cycle in your evolution as a solar system and as human beings on this planet that is a pathway up the spiral, you could say. So you come back to what you could call 0 point, but you are moving up the spiral every time you come to the end of this cycle. And so every time you come to this point, it's an opportunity to evolve and grow. And that is indeed what is happening at this time. And yet many people are unaware of the significance of allowing yourself to step into the fullness of what it means at this time and the way that you live your life. So many of you are living with your focus in the now moment as much as you can, but in many ways, not with the awareness of the potential of what you are creating, with the energetic upgrades that you have been receiving for quite some time now. And it is important for you to understand that you have received, because you are on this planet and because of all the grid work and planetary alignments that have been happening, often unaware that you are now living in a higher vibration planet, which means that you have access to wisdom and potentials that have not been available to humans for eons of time. And so it is important for you to allow yourself to think, what could this mean? What does it mean that I am now living on a planet that is holding a higher vibration than it has previously in this cycle? What could that mean for your future, even for your now moment, should you choose to tap into the potential that is within you? And we want you to know this, that everything we are asking you to tap into and to become aware of is within you. And in this higher vibration that you are living in, you can access the wisdom within your heart, the wisdom within that golden sun that resides within you, the wisdom within that spark of light that is your connection to the creator of all that is. Because human beings have that connection, and your connection is being linked in more fully, we would say, then you have access to all this information. And so, even without knowing fully how you access this, we invite you to just begin to play, to just say, I have the intention of knowing how to access this greater awareness of who I am. I have the intention of bringing into my conscious awareness the fullness of what it means to be a human being at this moment in time. For it is different than it was in the past, and many of you are thinking you are the same person, recognizing that yes, there's a higher frequency, but not fully recognizing that you are a different person if you allow yourself to be that. You are already a more evolved person if you allow yourself to accept that and begin to talk to your subconscious so it knows that you are not who you were yesterday. You are someone more fully evolved. And because of that, you have greater abilities to tap into what was unknown to human beings 15, 20, 30 years ago. You now have a greater potential to tap into the all-knowing that is within you. And this is what we want you to become aware of. This channel, we will invite her at this time to share more on how you can access this greater potential within yourself. Perhaps a course that she will offer. For example, when she developed her freedom release technique that she uses successfully to allow people around the world to clear limiting beliefs that have been deeply hidden from them. And once they clear these beliefs, they are living a new life because they're stemming from a new pattern of believing and therefore a new pattern of creating in the world. She did this by going into meditation and basically asking to be in touch with the wisdom that is already there. And all of you can do this. You can change your lives by doing this. So we will begin this process by bringing this to your awareness, bringing this to your attention, that you are not the same old person that you were before. And one of the biggest challenges for many of allowing yourself to step into this new way of being is simply that, allowing yourself to become a different person than you were before, to accept that you are a different person than you were before. For many people, that brings up fear of loss. And you may be curious, that may not make sense to you, but when you think about it, that fear is within many people. The fear of loss of, who will be my friends after this if I change so much? Will my family accept me if I change so much? Will I be energetically separated from my partner, my children, if I change this much? There are many fears that hold you back. And yet we would say that when you step into this potential of the fullness of you, the greatest expression of you that is available at this time, you are inviting everyone else to come up and join you. You are showing them the way. You are clearing the pathway. You are creating a path of light for them to do the same. And so, because so many of you are holding yourselves back because of these unconscious fears, then the path of light that would allow more and more of humanity to awaken to this great potential of who you are is not evolving in the way that we would have hoped that it would be at this time. So we would like you to work with these fears and to know that your own evolution does not mean that you are going to be separated from your loved ones. It is more like an invitation for your loved ones to join you there. And never do you have to make the choice to leave them behind. You can put more energy into allowing them to see your progress, allowing them to see your evolution and understand why you are changing and who you are changing into, and the beauty of that change, the beauty of embracing more of your divine self, the beauty of acknowledging the divine aspect of who you are and all the skills and abilities that come with that, the beauty of breaking free of the barriers of the social norms and the religious norms and the cultural norms that have held you back for so long, the freedom of finding your autonomy and being the brilliance that you are. And so this is our invitation to you this day, beloveds, is to acknowledge that you are much more than you've been taught to believe. And it is time for you to break free of all the old paradigms of who you are. It is time to look at your childhood, your personal history. In this incarnation, many of you are impacted by previous incarnations as well. Look at how it shows up in this incarnation. Look at the restrictions that you need to break free from. Who were you created to believe that you are? Where did your restrictions come from? Who placed them upon you? How have you come to now manage those restrictions yourself without anyone having to say anything? And how do you break free from those barriers? Begin to explore all of that, beloveds, for that is your pathway to the freedom of stepping into the fullness of your divinity, of who you are in these times. Allow yourself to become the magnificence that you are. Make statements such as, I am magnificent in every way, and I am embracing the magnificence of my full potential each and every day. I am willing to see the full expression of my magnificence so that I can be that light in this world. I am willing to be the greatest light that I am in every moment so that I can purify my own life and magnify my presence in the evolution of humanity at this time. Find the words that touch you, the words that connect with you, the words that allow you to break free from the barriers of the past so that you can be the shining light that you have come to be, beloveds. And so we will leave it there and allow this one now to connect with the light language that will shift anywhere within you where there are those fears, those blockages that are allowing you from, are keeping you from stepping into the fullness of who you have truly come to be. There is no need to allow anything to hold you back, beloveds. It is a personal choice. Pardon me, often a choice made from lack of awareness that you are even holding yourself back. That is why we bring it to your awareness. That is why we bring it to your attention. For now that we have planted the seed, you have the opportunity to go in and explore and to notice in your daily expression where you may, for example, think you'd like to do something and then immediately notice the thoughts that come in that start telling you why you can't do it. Oh, I don't have enough money. I can't get enough time off work. It would be too hard. I can't leave my family. So many reasons that can be so convincing. We want you to explore them all as self-created limitations to your full expression. And the more you just explore them as limitations and ask yourself, if this truly is a limitation, what could I do to move beyond this? What could I do to change this limitation and see it as an opportunity? See what I desire as an opportunity free of limitation. What would that look like? How can I manage these things that I see as barriers? How can I find a way to work through those that it serves everyone involved? So, for example, if it is going away for a week and not knowing who would look after your children, someone that you would trust and know that they would be happy with, just instead of immediately stopping yourself, ask, how could I solve this so that someone could be there who would be the perfect match for my children, who I would feel safe leaving them with, who I know would be happy to support me in this way. Where is this potential, Great Spirit? For I know that if I have the desire, the potential for it to happen in divine grace is there. This is what we would like you to begin exploring, beloveds. And the more you explore it, the more you are going to free yourself from the immediate limitations that the mind likes to deliver. Give yourself the potential of knowing that you can live in a much fuller expression in this world. So for this Sound of Love recording, we will leave it there, as we said, and allow this one now to move into the light language and these songs of light, which are the toning that she brings through. And to say to you, beloveds, that we are delighted to have this moment to touch your hearts, to touch your light, to touch the spark of divinity within you with our essence as we deliver this opportunity for you to step more fully into the divinity that you are in this now moment, and to even ask, what is the truth of who I am in this now moment? What is the truth of my divinity? What is the truth of the great light that I am in this now moment? Spirit, higher self, show me the truth of who I am. And we leave it there, beloveds, with great delight to have this opportunity to speak to you and to share our essence with you, and to advise you that whenever you are listening to this video is the perfect time for you to be receiving this invitation back to the love of self. Clear away any and all debris that restricts the love of self, beloveds, for that indeed holds you back and keeps you from walking in the divinity of your truth. And so it is. Okay, so I will just say now, while I'm thinking about it, that on February 4th, I'm going to have my very first Pathway to Ascension video call, where I'm actually going to be using the Freedom Release technique for everyone on the call. It's restricted to 10 people so that everyone has a lot of time to receive whatever they have as their individual needs in what is coming up to be cleared, so that you can step more into that divinity of who you are, and you can see more of your light and move more fully back into that self-love. So with the Freedom Release technique, I'm able to intuitively go in and find the very core moment where the limiting belief was created. And by creating it in that moment, and then replacing it with something beneficial, which would have been another available timeline at that moment. So it's kind of like jumping timelines. It's like erasing what was and putting you into a different timeline that would have been more beneficial for you. Your life then immediately changes. It's powerful work. And this Pathway to Ascension call is a very accessible call for people who may not be able to book a 1-hour personal session with me. This way, it's very accessible at $35 for a 90-minute session. And everybody gets an opportunity to share some of their experience, and then we all benefit from what everyone is bringing into the call. So I'll put the link to that below if that interests you. And now I will call in the Ancient Ones to bring through light language to support what the Elohim have brought through. I kalawa I ich kana atwa I alama atwa ne. I makta taktiki ich ka atlawa e ich kana a. Iakla ich kala atlawa e I kana atwa I. Iach kala itlawa ich kana atwa e I kala atwa ni. I makta kikikala atwa I kana atwa e I. Ialawa I nawa I yakshna I makta ka I yaklawa e ich kana atwa e I. Ui. 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 Oni namanana nina no ina na manina na ona na manana nina na na. Each kalawa each kana atma each kana atma e. Uktalawa taki each kana atma ina ka atma e na. Imakshaki e kana alawa e each kana a mai each kana atma e o. I takataki each kana atma e ala e ach kana ma atma e. Utakai imala ach kana ma. Imaktaka kikla achwa e ini. Imaktaka ach kana i. Iatlawa e each kana atwa e. Alawa each kana atnawa e. Iakta ki atlawa e. Each kai otaka atwa. Otaka atwa. Otaka atwa e. Each kana. Alawa e hinai ahu. Ina anawa e I anawa e ana tatatawa each kanai. Olawa e each ko itkakakla each kanai. Imatatawa e o. And so it is, dear friends. They cleared at the beginning our way of being, our previous way of being, and our previous way of thinking and holding ourselves small, and then anchored in. They went through the pineal gland, which then they anchored light down our central core, and I saw that connecting with different glands within our bodily system, so that we are completely open and clear and free of receiving the divinity of who we are. So imagine that that's now available, flowing through your central core, so that you have more and more access to your greatest potential, your great light. And the wisdom of that is held in the very center of our chest, the etheric heart space. And so by just imagining a golden sun there, a ball of light, a spark of light, whatever works for you to imagine, and just allow yourself to drop into that, just allow yourself to close your eyes and drop into that golden heart space. And perhaps you see a being of light meeting you there, sharing with you the wisdom that you are. See it as your higher self sharing with you, knowing that everything you need to know is there, and that the full potential of your activation at this time is there. And this light language transmission was an activation, opening you up to that potential. So listen to it as often as you would like. As you're listening, use your own intention to imagine that all that wisdom is being opened up to you, that you have full access to the wisdom and the knowing that is your truth, your divinity within you. So thank you so much for being present once again, and please do subscribe, and I'm always happy to hear your feedback on these. It really supports me in being present every week to bring this through, to share this love and this wisdom with you, and I'm so delighted to be a channel of this love and light of the divine that is awakening more and more in these times. Let us step into this great awareness of knowing who we are, walking in our divinity every moment. And believe me, these words are for me as well, because it's a challenge moving through this human expression sometimes, and really anchoring into this knowing of the truth of who we are, which is far beyond what we've been led to believe to this point in our incarnation. So the more of us who are doing this and walking this path, the easier it becomes, not only for each other, but for everyone who's walking behind us or who is here with us, ready to move up into their own brilliance and their own light, that light that we all hold. So many blessings to you.